There are 6 different steps that I take before I ever go reserve my ancestors' temple work. Over here on the right hand side you can see steps 1 through 6. The first one is checking for possible duplicates. So before I ever put time into my ancestor, I'm just going to glance down here. I'm going to scroll down his page to where it says possible duplicates, and if I see a number over here, I'm going to be clicking into that and seeing if there really is a duplicate on him, because if there is, I can merge it and then I won't be wasting time if there's better information over on his duplicate. And if there's not, then I just go down to step 2, which is standardizing. That's where I will come in here and make sure dates and places are all standard. I will also make sure his name has been entered in correctly, and I'll even scroll down and make sure any marriage information has been entered correctly. After standardizing, I will attach sources, and you can see up here he has 5 record hints. Each of these record hints pertains to his children, but he also has 5 sources already attached to him. 2 of them are for his children, but the other 3 in the middle are directly for him. So once I attach those sources, it says that I can also organize and edit them, which I've done. I've put them in chronological order, and I've made sure that the year that pertains to my ancestors' record shows at the end of each one of these sources. So that's how I organize them. And then going back over here to details, after I've corrected all of this vital information that I can according to the sources I have found, and also adding spouses or children as I can, then once again I'll go check for possible duplicates just by looking down here. I don't have to go click into it. It's going to pop up right here if there are any duplicates. Because duplicates aren't showing right here, I could then go reserve the work. So I've already gone through the 6 steps on this particular ancestor, except for attaching the rest of these hints over here, which I normally would be doing, but for the sake of time, I'm just going to go ahead and show you now that I have given enough evidence of his birth, his death, his burial, and all of that. I literally can go reserve this work at this point. So I'm going to make this screen bigger at this point so you can see this process. I would be clicking on ordinances. It doesn't matter whether I click on this request or any of these, it will open up the same card. So I'm going to click on this. This is the little card it opens up, and I can choose whether to reserve all of the work or just these 4 ordinances or the sealing. But I want all of them, so I'm going to click on request. And then of course, if I have never read through the church policy, I need to do that because I'm committing to only working on my own bloodline, to not working on famous people or Jewish Holocaust victims and so forth. So you always need to read through this at least once so you understand what you're committing yourself to. After you have, you will then click on accept, and then you'll watch that little temple fly up there and land in your temple reserve list. I can either print this work off from right here, or I can share it with the temple or a family member or friend, or I can unreserve the work also. So that's one area that I can print off or share or unreserve this work. But I can also go over here to my temple reserve list and look at it that way, but that will be a different video in itself. I want to bring back up this list right here and show you each one of these steps I've created videos for so you understand how to do all 6 of these steps. So just look in my folder full of videos and you will find each one of these there.